There we go. Awesome. What a nice little tick. Hey folks, it's Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. Out on a little shoreline run here, out of my local area here, a real heavily pressured local community lake that is a little stained and is mega post spawn. There are so many crappie and bluegill and green sunfish all over the shoreline, and the bass are right behind them, guys. If it's shoreline time for you guys and it's this time of year and it's post spawn, these guys and bigger and smaller, a little bit of everybody's just hanging back a little bit behind all these bluegill that are spawning and everything else that they want to eat. So get out on the shoreline. I'm throwing a drop shot because this place is heavily pressured. I've been throwing a spinner bait. I even got a little bluegill popper again just to see if I can get something to pop on top. It is midday, so with bluebird skies like this, a few little puffy clouds, this drop shot's the ticket. So I'm going to start with this and see where we go. Stay tuned. This will be old school news for a lot of you folks if you've been watching my videos over the past few years, but my classic Morning Dawn Roboworm, just a 6-inch straight tail, 6-pound test Cigar Invisex, and a little 1/8 ounce cylinder style tungsten weight is all that it's going to do. This is a drop shot special by Luz, so let's get it back out there. One of the main reasons why I'm sticking with the drop shot is because there are tons and tons of weeds out here. They're just under the surface, down about 3 to 4 feet, and they're coming up and creeping up on the shoreline. There's a nice weed edge. So the little 1/8 ounce tungsten cylinder weight comes through them perfectly clean. And I've got that Texas rig deal on a 1/0 light wire drop shot hook that's allowing everything to slide through the weeds. Let the Roboworm do a little dance up and over, barely touching the weight, but just ticking the line, letting that Roboworm dance right above the weeds and right on the weed edge. And it's all it takes to get these fish off the shoreline. If you guys have heavily pressured bodies of water, little ponds around your area that everybody hits, break out a drop shot on the shoreline. It works like magic. There we go. That's a nice one. Pretty shallow, right behind the beds, guys. I'm telling you, decent little fish. I'm not too worried about size here, but if I catch fish like this from the shoreline all day long, I am a happy man. A decent little fish. That's awesome. Perfect. Check it out. Nice little belly on it. Hooked perfectly in the side of the mouth. Drop shot from the shore, guys, all day long. There we go. Decent. Another nice little guy. How about that? It's a nice little corner right here. I'm out in the little turn of this lake. I'm serious, guys. This is probably the most pressured side of the lake. It's right next to the road. Anybody and everybody can just come right down here and drop a line and catch some bass, man. It's just absolutely killer. But again, you got to go finesse sometimes on these bodies of water. And this little Morning Dawn Roboworm is the deal. Drop shot all day. I love this thing. So there you go. There's another nice little bass. Let's see if we can get a big one.
What's up, man?
What's happening, dude?
What you just catch right there?
It looked like a turtle or something. I don't know. I'm messing with you, man. It was a largemouth bass.
Oh, bass?
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in here. There's bluegill and crappie and sunfish and catfish and
all of them in here?
There's all kinds of crazy critters in here. Yep, good fishing. You fish? Yeah. Yeah, get yourself a pole and come down here sometime. There's a lot of good fishing down here.
Man, I might have to do that.
You ought to. All right.
This goes through Boys, right?
I don't know if it goes through Boyd's. I think it stops up there at a creek. It's a pretty big community lake though. There's enough fish. There's enough fishing in here for you. You ought to come out.
Go fishing down here.
All right, dude. Good luck.
All right, man.
See you. All right, folks. Out of the hundreds of beds, bluegill beds I've seen, along with crappie beds and all kinds of beds out here, everything but a bass bed, I actually found one. There's a little buck bass hanging out here on a late bass bed, I guess I'll call it. And he's just hanging out there. There's no female with him. He's probably just there guarding the nest. I'm going to throw this drop shot right on top of his head and see if I can pluck him off. It'd be pretty amazing. Decent sized little bass, nothing huge, but I'm going to go past his bed and I'm going to go ever so slightly and drop that Roboworm right in front of him. There he is. Just like that. Just whacked him. Actually the biggest fish. See how easy that is? If they're on the beds, guys, and you got a Roboworm, man, that is absolutely hilarious. Let's see if I can keep him in here. Oh, he gets away. He shook right off, but you guys saw how easy that is. That is absolutely one of the most fun ways to catch a bass when you're right here on the shoreline, can see him like that. Drop a little Roboworm right on top of his head and you saw what happened. Let's see how many more we can get. There we go. Beautiful. Guys, I got myself a power fishing fish. Nailed that one on a fluke. There's so much there's so many weeds is what I'm trying to say. It is so thick out here and so shallow. I'm on the pier here, so I don't have my little monopod tripod deal, but I got myself a fluke, just a 4/0 red hook and a nice little bass chasing it down and sucking it in. So guys, I've done really well in this past hour that I've been fishing. I'm about to call it. Let's see if we can catch one more before I call it an afternoon here. Uh-oh, here we go, guys. Last fish of the day. Finally got myself one little one. Not too bad. I've got a few bites here and there, but this is just one for the road. I made it my way back to the road, so I'm actually over here with the vehicle behind me, and just a quick short run on the shoreline from here all the way back to that little pier. That's all I did. Every opening in the shoreline, I dropped the drop shot, threw the fluke out there a couple times, and managed a couple post-spawn bass, plus a spawning bass. There's a handful of spawners left out here, so it makes just for a great quick run of shoreline fishing. So folks, as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out.